Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Max who loved adventure. One day, he found a magical balloon hidden in his backyard. It was no ordinary balloon. It was a special balloon that could take him anywhere he wanted to go. Max eagerly grabbed the balloon and hopped on, holding on tight as the balloon began to rise higher and higher. The wind blew through his hair, and he saw the world from a whole new perspective. It was amazing. As he floated through the clouds, he saw a big castle in the distance. He decided to fly towards it, and before he knew it, he was landing in the castle's courtyard. Max looked around in awe, amazed by the castle's grandeur. Suddenly, he heard a soft whisper. He followed the sound and found himself in front of a door. He opened it and saw a room filled with books. The room was magical, with books floating in the air and strange creatures sitting on the shelves. Max was curious and began to explore the room, picking up one of the books. Suddenly, he felt himself shrinking smaller and smaller until he was the size of a mouse. He looked around in surprise and saw that everything in the room had grown larger. Max was scared at first, but then he remembered that he had the magical balloon with him. He took it out and held it tightly, and it began to glow with a warm light. Suddenly, he felt himself growing bigger and bigger until he was back to his normal size. Max smiled, relieved that he was back to his normal size. He looked around the room and saw that the creatures on the shelves were now friendly and playful, inviting him to play with them. Max spent hours playing with the creatures and reading books. As the sun began to set, he knew it was time to go home. He said goodbye to his new friends and hopped back on the magical balloon. As the balloon lifted off the ground, Max waved goodbye to the castle and flew back towards his own backyard. When he landed, he felt changed, wiser, and full of new adventures to look forward to. From that day on, Max always kept the magical balloon with him, ready for his next adventure.